Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on in and sit on down because today we're talking about alternative medicine. Now see, here's the thing, guys. I have a lot of friends who refuse to go to the doctor. I don't blame them. Going to the doctor's office, it's weird, it's sterile. There's usually definitely at least 3 people there that don't want to be in that profession at all. And you're like, you're supposed to be my guardian angel here. And I don't know, I feel weird about it. But it's opened up my mind to the idea of maybe diving into some alternative medicines. Maybe medicine, not necessarily scientifically proven to do anything, but holistically, spiritually, it might do wonders for me as well. And today, I wanted to dive deep down the online rabbit hole of alternative medicines. Ooh, is that okay? But you're probably wondering, Hunter, what exactly is alternative health? Well, let me tell you. Alternative medicine is a term used to describe treatments or cures that have no scientific backing, like traditional medicine, but rely on testimonials, anecdotes, spirituality, religion, superstition, or supernatural energies to promote their effectiveness for their healing powers, which it's also known as like pseudoscience or new age medicine. You've probably seen it thrown around, or maybe you have a hippie mom or crazy mom, I don't know, however you want to describe her, who maybe throws these terms around. I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger. A lot of alternative medicines are traditional or cultural, but there are new alternative health products and tips popping up every day, most of which have no proof they work and are just plain dangerous advice that is thrown around online, which makes it kind of funny and also makes a lot of the proponents of these people just kind of little goobers. Little silly goobers out there, right? And let me tell you, I am not the pinnacle of health. No, I know, Nick. Look at me. Dad's sick.
What are you sick with, Dad?
I wish I could cry on command so bad. I really wish I could.
Try yawning.
People say yawning, or what's the thing, the tongue thing? Put your tongue in the roof of your mouth. Isn't that what Natalie Portman does or whatever? I thought I was gonna just say, wait, we want to thank today's sponsor, which is Gamer Subs, one of our favorite sponsors. And I got a beautiful thing to say. My flavor, raw meat, is back in stock, baby. Ooh, it tingles the senses. It makes you a better man, a better woman, dare I say. The best thing about Gamer Subs is, one, you help little old me, but also it's sugar-free. It's keto-friendly. You know, they have non-caffeine options. Maybe you don't want to be all jazzed up in the night. Maybe you just want some nice taste brewing around your mouth. Well, Gamer Subs is here to help. And like I said, my flavor, raw meat, is available right now. So go try it out and let me know what you think below. I appreciate you Gamer Subs so much for sponsoring the video, and back to the video. Which, because alternative medicine is a new way of thinking, people are also very susceptible to getting in information because they don't trust big government hospitals where people spend a lot of money, like the biggest scam on earth, which is health insurance. The deductible I have on my health insurance makes me want to jump off a f***ing bridge. And then I would be in even more trouble from the damage I did from jumping off the bridge. I'd be paying even more out of pocket, Nick! So now you have people like alternative medicine gurus and other people selling kinds of products and practices on online courses or weird medicines. Would you put Liver King a bit in alternative health?
He's on the list.
Oh, he's on the list. Oh, I'm excited.
Spoiler.
Yeah, a little spoiler. But it just leads people, you get like people like the Andy Elliots, you know. Is Shannon Blake back on this list?
Well, she probably believes in alternate.
Yeah. You're damn right she does. She's going to have to pop back up on the list sometime. Alternative medicine gurus prey on the fears people have of modern medicine and doctors by providing them with an alternative to having go to the doctor. So people who don't want to go to the hospital, people who don't like doing these kinds of things, they get their health advice on Instagram.
Because they know better than the doctors.
Because they do know better than doctors, because maybe a guy has a cool tribal tattoo. Maybe he's a skinny old guy and you're like, he's really old and I'm really fat, and look how skinny and healthy he is. He's got to know something, right? And I don't want to say that all of these people are bad. Probably the majority of them are just giving like healthier lifestyle tips, right? I don't think everyone who believes in alternative medicine is a fucking monster or anything. We will be going into some people who are a little gooby, but we're also going to be talking about some people who are just doing better practices, but maybe they're just kind of funny. I think that's fair. But worst of all, peddling alternative medicine can lead people to delaying treatments for diseases and illnesses that are very easily curable. So it's just like maybe believing in some of this stuff could be a very simple fix with where modern medical practices are at, or even like medical technology, but because you maybe believe in something. Isn't that what happened with fucking Steve Jobs or something? Even Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, died due to not receiving treatment for a very treatable form of pancreatic cancer, and instead tried alternative medicines that did not work until it was far too late. For 9 months, he refused to undergo surgery for his pancreatic cancer, a decision he later regretted as his health declined. Instead, he tried a vegan diet, acupuncture, herbal remedies, and other treatments he found online before finally having surgery in July of 2004. But it was too late, which, you know what, that's fucking admirable. Steve Jobs being a billionaire and being at the hub of technological civilization is just kind of funny.
On his deathbed, he was crying. Please, please.
On Steve Jobs' deathbed, that motherfucker was like shaking, he had like apple in his hand. He's like, now Tim Cook, whatever you do.
Oh, this is so good.
God damn it, that's good. He says, don't make another color of the iPhone. And I loved how that was like a huge practice with his forever. And as soon as that bitch died, Tim Cook's just like, we're going to do the whole goddamn rainbow. Because he's gay.
Is he?
Now that we know what alternative medicine is and health gurus and all that kind of stuff, we can actually start diving into them, which I want to dive into my favorite one first. Perineum sun exposure, or more commonly known as butthole sunning, which is fun. I'm not flexible enough. This is why I'm in hot yoga right now, dude. I see people doing this kind of stuff with their back, you know, just also that rock would be hot. I bet you that person's back is scorched right now. Can you imagine that? There are several versions of this, including Yoni, your vagina, and ball sack sunning, but they all follow the same basic principle. You lay on the ground, on your back, like a baby with your legs in the air, and you spread your asshole so it can be sunburned. Like a banana chip. Every time I see banana chips, I always want to eat one of them, but then I look at it, it looks like an asshole, and I'm like, do a little scratch and stuff. And I'm like, They claim that because your asshole doesn't get as much sun as the rest of your body, spreading it towards the sun for only 30 seconds is like the equivalent of giving yourself 8 hours worth of sun exposure and vitamin D. Put your legs up, have your asshole wink at the sun for 30 seconds is the same as being outside for 8 hours. We have a guy here who's going to tell us a little bit about it right now.
Okay, here we are, guys. You guys ask about the butthole sunning all the time. And this is another one of my practices.
Which I do like the idea of like a guy talking in this way and his asshole is just completely spread open. Do you think if you fart while you're butthole sunning, do you think it smells worse or better?
Oh, that thing's gonna be cooking.
Like a hot fart?
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot fart. It's bacon in there.
Yeah, your asshole spread is like, it's just like, it does one of those. Shoot it like a gun at somebody.
Ancient Taoists practiced perineum sunning because they believed the root chakra is the gateway between spiritual life and death.
I do love the video here of the guy who's spreading his ass and his wife. At first it looks like she's like blocking her, like blocking the view, like she's like, good God. And the guy has no emotion on his face either. He's just like... People claim that it helps with things like your circadian rhythm and sleep, increased libido, a significant spike in vitamin D levels, and mood boosting, cleansing your genitals or bad energy, and somehow, quote, attracting success and positivity. You know what the attracting success and positivity is having the gall, the gumption to get on your back and be like, look at me, God, is what it is. It's almost like, I don't know why, but my mind is like looking at God, but doing one of those like old-timey cowboy spits into one of those cans. Pling! Yeah, that's what you're doing to him. Hey, God. Hits his eye. This is what it feels like. Unfortunately, once again, doctors have said that all the beneficial claims that perineum sunning does are false, and that any health effects are just related to you being in the sun and getting some vitamin D exposure. So I think he's basically saying the scientists are like, you're just outside. You're gonna get it anyways. Here's the thing too, and I might have to try it sometimes if I lay in the sun. Do you think your asshole just feels better cooked? If it's in between some cheeks, it's always kind of warm, right? But if you cook it and you put it up, is it almost like having a hot potato and then wrapping it in aluminum foil and saving it for later?
You got a little sweaty.
That's what I wouldn't like. If I went out and I had sweaty soul, I would have like a handkerchief and I would dab it. I take off my underwear later and it looks like just like a starfish was just sucking on the little bits of my underwear, my Hanes underwear. There's also a risk of exposing a very vulnerable part of your body that never sees sun to direct sunlight for an extended period of time, which can actually increase the risk of HPV-related cancers. Josh Brolin, Thanos, tried it and said it burnt his pucker hole and ruined his plans to go shopping with his family because he had to ice his asshole for several days. Oh, Josh, you silly. You're such a silly fuck.
Jeez.
I know, that was aggressive. But on a similar note, we also have Yoni steaming, which is the practice of sitting over steam with herbs in it to clean out or cleanse the yoni, or AKA your your vagina. Your pussy, your whispering eye. Yoni steaming helps with menstrual relief, postpartum recovery, and increased circulation. Dude, I tell you what, I would, if I was a girl, I would fucking steam. Postpartum, I just shit out a baby. I'd want a little steam. Also, I'll tell you what too, whenever I see like those air humidifiers putting up the stuff in the air, I always put my face over it. So if I was a girl, I'd be like, I want my pussy in that. I want that in me. I want that in me now, is what I'd say. Get that in my guts!
What's up, ladies? I'm Tiara, and today I'm going to teach you how to Yoni steam.
I really don't like when people say kitty tip. Just say pussy. Kitty tip, steam before your cycle to reduce menstrual cramping and lighten flow. What if I want heavy flow all the time?
Then you are the minority.
Hey, ladies who like a heavy flow like they mans, rise up.
There are a variety of ways to Yoni steam, but today I'm going to use my seat that's on my website, prettykittyllc.com.
All right, I gotta tell you, the VHS filter they have on this video, and then it's just like on a rug. This looks like a torture. This is definitely either a BDSM thing or a torture chair. Just a toilet seat chair on carpet is just foul. On carpet is just wrong, dude. Gonna have a couple hound dogs over there sniffing around. Better not bring the basset hounds over. Woo.
After you bring your water to a boil, you can go ahead and pour your herbs in and let your herbs simmer a bit and come to a boil.
You're making kimchi. Doesn't it look like kimchi a little bit? A little kimchi steam in your pussy? Why not? Just the amount of carpet in this video as I'm just like, this is just gotta be the smelliest house. Just steam all in the carpet, dude. I mean, just baked in. The guys from Febreze come over and they're like, I don't think the 99.9% of odor is getting destroyed in this house, dude. Looks like bone broth. A little bone broth in your pussy.
And it doesn't need to be too hot. You want to make sure that it's tolerable enough for you and your kitty.
I want to see people who are like, the steam, I'm putting it in me. They take a little baster, a little turkey baster, that'd be me. If you did this to your asshole, would that be any different? Because you have chronic diarrhea all the time. I don't know, when's the last time you've had a solid poop?
6 months.
Actually? Literally half a year? You serious?
Yeah.
Why don't you eat some fiber? Right? Won't that doesn't that get your shit a bit thicker?
Fiber loosens it.
Oh, loosens it.
I don't know. Fact check.
Yeah.
We don't have internet.
Yeah, no wonder you're issue. But there's also the Yoni egg. Another Yoni treatment being peddled is the use of something called a Yoni egg. Is it Yoni or Yanni? I kind of like Yanni.
I think it's
Laurel.
I like Yanni though. We're gonna say Yanni, which is just a rock you shove up your cooter. I also like cooter. I prefer cooter over kitty. If I'm being honest, I just don't like kitty. They are believed to enhance sensuality, strength, and healing. They are made of various crystals like clear quartz, rose quartz, and jade. Each crystal has its own specific use. They are used to strengthen the pelvic floor muscle, increase natural lubrication, and increase sensation during intercourse. Natural lubrication, you know what that means?
No.
I don't either. But some of the cons of the Yoni eggs is that sometimes you can have risk of infection and painful sex.
Also, they say if you're pregnant, do not use a Yoni egg.
I say if you're pregnant, you gotta use a Yoni egg. Use a Yoni egg as soon as you can, all times, every time. You're supposed to walk around with a Yoni egg in you?
No, you're like supposed to lay down and like, there's a video of a girl saying your body needs to accept it. Don't force it in.
What videos did you watch for this video, dude?
I think it's the 4 basic Yoni egg.
You downloaded it for this video to watch?
Yeah, she does it on TikTok. Also, she like puts it in through her pants.
It kind of looks like a butt plug.
I think my dad had some of these.
My dad had a bunch of Yoni eggs, but they're strung together and they were just in his sock drawer. I don't know why. Maybe my dad probably has something. It's not, yeah.
Once it's in, you can start with some pelvic rocks. Inhale to lift your egg and rock your pubic bone up.
Dude, sometimes I wish I had just a cooter, dude. Well, if I had my Yoni egg would be like a dinosaur egg. I'd be like, and all my gutty works falling out with it too.
Jesus.
I don't feel particularly good. We could cut that out of here. Which, if you are wanting designer Yoni eggs, luckily Gwyneth Paltrow with her company Goop sells Yoni eggs for $66.
Which I found a better deal. You can get a 3-pack for $77.
You can get 3-pack for $77 from where? What if we just plugged our store? The most natural integration. But Gwyneth Paltrow's company was fined $145,000 for false claims that it was good for you and that it did anything. In court, they said it didn't. So I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you. I still advocate the Yoni eggs though. Gynecologists and doctors tell people not to use them because they can be dangerous and can actually damage pelvic muscles, which is the opposite of what they're claiming to strengthen. They're saying, oh, put some eggs up your Yoni. Hey, put some eggs up in your kitty. Meow.
I also read somewhere that like if you have vagina-itis, don't use a Yoni egg.
What the fuck is vagina-itis?
A type.
Laurel.
Really?
Yeah, I dated someone with that.
We don't have to include that. You actually didn't even need to say that right now. My God.
It's very painful for her.
which Gwyneth Paltrow's company Goop has sold some of the most interesting products, including a candle called "This Smells Like My Vagina" and a $15,000 gold vibrator. I'm not gonna lie though, the sensation of some gold, huh? Something my mans can't give me. Got a gold dick? Well, unless you're a gold member. Not bad. But if maybe shoving plastic eggs that break down your pussy muscle isn't for you, then maybe you can drink some piss tea. We're going into piss therapy. Yay! My God. Nice hangout today with my new friend, Redacted, deleted from this earth, and her amazing stash of aged urine. We welcome all initiates to aged urine here. It's the most powerful free medicine you'll ever use. This has to be a troll. I'll tell you what, though, they have, if there was a fucking spectrum of fucking piss colors here, I mean, do they have every one? I feel like they do.
They have light yellow. There's even some clear one.
I wish my piss was so dehydrated that it was almost black.
Ever heard of maple syrup urine?
Maple syrup urine? No.
That's a disease people have where they'll pee out maple syrup thickness and color.
Well, I don't think it'd be pleasant. As much as I'd want it to be pleasant, though. Especially, like, imagine you know it's coming. You're like, oh my God, wait, no, I have the maple syrup pee.
Could you imagine aging that though?
Oh, dude. The divine butter, as they call it. Oh, dude. Give me some of that. The claim is that you are reabsorbing all the vitamins and minerals lost when you pee them out. But research shows that those vitamins and minerals are just so minimal that just taking a vitamin would be healthier. Who would have thought? Instead of drinking your piss, just take maybe a Flintstones gummy. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you, dude. I got guys just like, well, just think about all of the gold we're wasting here. There's a guy who would eat his diarrhea and drink his piss on YouTube. Online, I don't know if it was on YouTube, but it was disgusting. Matt showed me it one time. Rat Watson.
Oh, I thought Matt Pat.
Yeah, Matt Pat, the game theory. Can you get more vitamins by drinking your pee? It's just a theory. Also to know, urine is a waste that the body just filters out. So you're already getting all the good. This is literal waste. Anybody who's get you in to drink pee for health benefits, you get them out of here.
Maybe your body like missed the good stuff though.
Yeah, well, what's f***ed up is I'm thinking of the show Gold Rush, and it's like whenever their machine breaks, they let all the gold get off top of it. So it's like, how do you know your body's optimally absorbing the vitamins, Nick?
It's like double filtration.
You piss it out your tiny pee hole. And here are some of the proposed benefits of drinking urine. Detoxification? What does that mean? What the hell does that even mean? Are you a mutant? Are you going up to fucking Chernobyl victims and giving them urine? What the hell are you talking about, Nick? What is detoxification?
That's just like, you know, if you drink like plum juice.
No! What are you talking about? If you drink plum juice, what is toxified, dude? I want to know.
It's releasing the toxins.
Releasing the toxins in your bodies.
Yeah.
That does not seem right. I don't know if I agree. All right, immune system booster? Maybe. Well, probably because it's like you're drinking something so horrible for you, your body's working overtime, and they're like, we need more men. We need more men. And healing properties. On the list, it just says healing properties. They're like, wait, there are some healing properties. We're not going to tell you which ones, but there are... But there are ways to heal yourself from drinking piss, so just let you know. Skin health. Dude, drinking urine's gonna make your fucking skin brighter. You're gonna glow from drinking it?
Yeah.
No.
You're gonna glow like urine.
You're gonna glow yellow. It's like jaundice. Maybe it speeds up the process of jaundice. You get all yellowy, huh? Why this guy practices urine therapy. Even the way he drank at the beginning does not make me think that it's... If a guy is advocating for it, by now you should be used to the taste of piss. Also, that has to be Gold Peak sweet tea. That is rancid. That is brown. Look at his face. He's like... He's like, you actually lose your sight. Drinking 3 ounces of aged urine is like eating 6 pennies.
Today we are talking about the ancient art of Shivambu, aka urine therapy.
If you're in good enough shape and you're kind of older, people will listen to whatever the hell you have to say, don't they? Because they're just like, what is his secret? And it's like the idea is like, he probably just didn't eat bread. You know what I mean? Motherfucker was probably like, I think I'm gonna skip soda.
Now this therapy is not right for everyone. It's very esoteric and it takes a Jedi mind trick to get over your conditioning, your industrial age school system.
Get over your conditioning, dude. He was like choking back tears drinking it for the first time. It's not for everybody. And it's probably because everything tastes like piss and smells like piss. How much of this do you think it's also people just doing something odd and then being able to like relay that to someone? Like they don't actually have any benefits. They're just like, yeah, I'm drinking piss right now because it makes me feel pretty good.
So they're just doing it for attention?
Or just like individualism.
Oh, probably.
You know? But again, doctors advise against doing this because it can be harmful to your blood and kidneys and can reintroduce bacteria and toxins into your body that your kidney already filtered out, which the detoxification is intoxication. And there's also a thing called urine injection therapy. Urine injection therapy. This is where you eat a small amount of something you're allergic to and then pee it out. Then you inject that pee into your muscle.
I literally thought this was a troll. I was like, no way this is real.
Apparently this is very real. And in 2009, a Bolivian woman died trying this. That's like if we gave Harry some shrimp and had him piss it out and put it to his fucking bicep. Why would you do that? My God. Jesus Christ. 1 second, sorry. Next up, we also have coffee enemas, which I've heard of coffee enemas. You shoot coffee up your butthole, it gets to your bloodstream faster. Why not, dude? I will say though, people make weird parties out of it. I don't like coffee enemas. It's like, dude, by yourself. Which coffee enemas are promoted as a way to heal toxicity in your colon and help with chronic gut issues. I thought it was just to get you zapped up in the morning. Apparently there's some good stuff here. The process involves brewing a pot of coffee, mixing it with water, and blasting it in your asshole. That last part, you can do it however you want. There's really no right or wrong way to blast it. Well, you need to make sure it goes in the hole and gets up in your gutty works. There's absolutely no evidence this helps you. And some of the common side effects of at-home colon cleanses, especially with coffee, include rectal burns. Well, yeah. It's a piping hot pot today. God damn! Nausea, vomiting, cramping, bloating, dehydration, bowel perforation, infection caused by improperly sterilized equipment. You're sharing turkey basters. You don't want somebody's poo-poo germs getting on your poo-poo germs, all right? They don't like that. People have reportedly died from these coffee enemas as well. A breast cancer patient began frequent self-administration of coffee enemas. Later, this patient experienced liver failure and died thereafter. The most likely cause of death was the electrolyte imbalance. That's sad. Which at the same time, dude, if I had cancer, why wouldn't you just try anything? You know what I mean? Why not?
What if it's stage 1?
I'd still say it's cancer. I don't think there's any form of cancer where I wouldn't be scared. I like how you're like, what if it's stage 1? Oh, you're stage 1, so you don't have to have the charity then, right? I don't have to give you a check, right? Because you have stage 1. Is that what you're like, Nick? You're a monster.
I'm just saying.
You better hope that you don't ever get stage 1 because you were getting a rude letter in the mail. Next up, we also have eating basically raw products, meat, water, unprocessed waters and milks and all kinds of stuff. And we wouldn't be doing this video if we didn't bring up our good champion, Liver King. Brian Johnson, aka Liver King, became popular on Instagram and social media by promoting a lifestyle where he claims to eat raw meat on a carnivore diet, which is nothing but meat. Crazy abs, he's a very in-shape man. I think he's 4'7".
He looks horrible.
Oh, he looks horrible, Nick? Well, take off your shirt. No, go ahead. Take off your shirt. If he looks so horrible, take off your shirt.
His skin looks so bad.
Oh, okay. Well,
I know he's old, but...
Oh, okay, man. Stage 1. Stage 1, Nick. He constantly denied rumors that he took steroids and attained his physique due to his diet and exercise regimen, but finally admitted that he was taking $11,000 worth of pharmaceutical enhancements, including steroids and testosterone, every month. It's a lot of guac. A lot of bread. You like how I did too non-meat related. Because it was supposed to be spiteful.
The vegan king.
Yeah, more like... Which he was doing this all to sell his own brand of supplements and health products, and the marketing of these campaigns were very cringe. I don't know if you ever saw them. 10 out of 10 lions eat the whole feast. A primal protein shake that's delicious as f***. The whole feast. Very excited about that. The whole feast!
Does that lion look sad? He looks like he's about to cry.
The lion does look like, get me out of here. I'm sad. It's the lion from Chronicles of Narnia. I'm supposed to be Jesus. Okay, don't put that in. Bad joke. Which I know we're beating a dead horse here, but doctors claim that you need to be very careful when consuming raw meat, as you can get food poisoning and a number of foodborne pathogens by eating raw meat. All right, this is just me saying, as a buddy, letting you know what I found online. I would never know that. I know it's bad to eat raw meat, but I didn't know what it actually did to you.
Did you hear about the girl who ate uncooked pork?
What happened to the girl who ate uncooked pork?
They did an x-ray of her. Her entire circulatory system had worms.
You said that in a way that makes it feel like a lie. Even the way you said worms could not have come across as more of a lie. All right, well, that's cool. Worm woman? What do people like worms?
She died. She had, I think, 3 kids and a husband.
Oh, that's tragic. What a haunting story to tell me. Something that's becoming more popular recently is drinking like raw milk, which is just milk that hasn't been pasteurized. Claims that skipping the pasteurization process will allow you to consume the natural pathogens in the milk, and you can get antimicrobial and immune boosting properties. But you can, once again, get very sick from these pathogens because you're not a cow.
Also, the cows walking shit and the shit gets all in the udders and...
The cow's walking Shit gets up on the udders. There's even a trend of drinking raw water, which is drinking water from a natural source that isn't treated or filtered, which of course is dumb because unfiltered water has bacteria and pathogens that will get you sick. I don't know if we told you this, but pathogens will get you sick. Don't do that. Just drink filtered water. We have whole systems that make the water clean. People and piss in waters. There's dead shit in the water. Don't drink the water. Imagine going to a lake and drinking lake water. Oh my God. No, thank you, sir, is what I'd say.
That's why you go to your secret spring water up in the mountains where nobody goes.
Yeah, well, you got to be like Sammy Welljack or whatever the guy's name was from Holes. You got to find those stuff, that water up there, because no one goes up there.
The onion water?
Yeah, the onion water. Which, let's say you want to try drinking the natural water anyways, fellas, ladies. Well, luckily there's a company called Live Water where you can get 2.5 gallons of live water for $36.99. That's a lot. They don't even do anything to it. They just go up to a lake probably and they're like, put it in there, $40. Wow. Next up, we have human glue facials. You know what I'm talking about? The stinky stuff that comes out your wah-wah. Probably skip this one. Which human glue facials are exactly what they sound like. Where's this going, dude? Which is rubbing human glue on your face as a natural facial remedy that can apparently moisturize and build collagen production. Women getting a facial using salmon cum. Salmon cum?
Doesn't have to be human, baby.
It could be, you people are putting animal glue on.
It's easier to get the animal stuff.
I was gonna say horse glue, but that's just glue. Unfortunate. There's no evidence that it does any of that. And the worst part is that you can actually have allergic reactions, give yourself acne, or even get an STD on your face. From glue? No.
I buy black market glue.
Why?
I don't know anybody.
You're a guy though. Why wouldn't you just use your own glue?
Oh, that's gross. I don't want to glue myself.
I don't think you glue yourself. I think you just probably... Which maybe we want to get out of the physical realm of weird health practices, right? Why don't we go to the brain? Mental health. Didn't think I would be so bold, did you? Well, I'm an advocate for mental health. All right. Better help ad right here. You could do things called rage retreats if you have a lot of inner anger, right? Maybe a lot of different things going on. You can go to a rage retreat and spend $4,000 yelling with other women. Sounds like my wife's book club. This is a ceremony in which participants scream and beat large sticks on the ground in the woods. Participants are encouraged to think of people and experiences that have wronged them and to scream and swing the sticks for at least 20 minutes or until their arms get out, which for me would be a lot shorter. Give me a 3 minutes. 3 good minutes of screaming and whacking something, I'd be toast. You kidding me? My fat ass, I'd be winded immediately. My screams too after a while, I'd be like, Hey, you know, there's nothing wrong with going in these retreats and doing this kind of thing. I just think it's kind of funny. Going on top of a mountain and slamming sticks around like a fucking caveman and screaming out into the void, you know? But sometimes, yeah, if it's good for you, then I say do it. If you got $4,000 lying around, that's what you want to spend it on, I don't give a fuck. Do what you want. All I'm saying is I would buy a sick race car bed. Why don't they sell adult race car beds, Nick?
They do. I have one.
That's a revelation. You have a race car bed?
Yeah, I upgraded my bed from my twin to a queen race car bed.
So at first we did have a single cab car. Now we got a driver and a passenger seat in the bed there. Pretty excited. But you know, this helps to release anger and just to get out some pent up emotions. But you could also just work out or go to a boxing class or something like that. But you know, if you want to spend the money and go up to a mountain and scream, do that too, dude. I don't go to a gym. I will be soon when I do my body transformation video. And by the end of this year, you guys be like, ooh, he looks so good. And you know, I'm gonna say I did. I went on top of a mountain. I screamed. I took $4,000. I lit on fire and I like, ah! And I threw it out like that.
Have you seen the woman throwing ice in the tub?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the ice tub one is good too.
I put that in there like, anyways, never mind.
Yeah, dude, some people want to throw ice in a bath. Is that a fucking problem, Nick? You know, you've really shown who you are through this video. You know that? You really opened up Pandora's box to people. I hope you know that. There's a whole wave of hate coming for you, dude. You better watch your back.
Go.
But there's also spiritual energy camps as well. Spiritual energy camps are another way to release emotions that promise to help heal your ailments through spiritual ways rather than conventional medicine. Sometimes you gotta ask God. I do. I talk to him sometimes. I say, hey God, put that beam down on my head. Yoga Prana Vidya offers a 2-week energy healing camp that claims to cure various cancers, diabetes, relationship issues, and hearing loss. The most tragic of them all.
What was kind of funny is YouTube had to put a warning saying AIDS can't be cured.
YouTube AI, whatever, is just like, there is no cure for AIDS at this time. Yeah, fucking Yoga Prana Vidya is just like, goddamn AI. The camp teaches you how to heal various factors of your life through the use of energy without touching the body. They also claimed a patient went in with a wheelchair, but by the end of the camp, they were able to walk on their own. Dude, religious people have been doing that forever, and I believe every single one of them. And you know, we have testimonies from these guys, right?
This is heaven, and this is the only one place in the universe. I was living in a myth, and this is reality. Your healing started the moment you registered.
Definitely not paid actors or delusional or alcoholics. I don't know which one. Which I want to say meditation and breathing exercises. I used to meditate. Used to sit in the shower and just kind of sit there. Well, I never did this. I know that people always think about this, but I just would sit and think after a while. And then my demons were too loud and they scared me, so I stopped. I just like the idea of some guy just being like, there's some bad people were talking back to me, so I cut that out. Which maybe if you don't want to deal with the weird fucking piss stuff or spiritual stuff, so then we get into biohacking and technology. Biohacking is a loose term that involves optimizing your lifestyle and diet with the little changes that can make you a healthier person. Sounds right. Sounds good. Remember the vampire we talked about? He was cool.
He is definitely biohacking.
He's definitely biohacking, and he has his olive oil, snake oil. I want to get a bottle of it and cook me some sweet potatoes with it. So I can stop doing that, dude. If I had snake oil, my burps wouldn't sound like that. Is alternative medicine Tums?
Urine Tums?
Yeah, my urine Tums that I have a bucket of Tums that I piss on and I eat them. It helps my heartburn, and it gets rid of all the gutty work acid that I have. It'll only run you through a morning routine of one of these biohackers. TikToker Primal Health Guy seems kind of normal at first, and then he says he'll sit outside and ice his balls.
Then I'll sit outside or at the kitchen table while I ice my balls and do a face cold plunge.
Already off to a good start. If any of my friends started telling me I've been regularly waking up early and icing my balls, I would just have so much respect. That's insane. That's like an ice bath. When people tell me they do ice baths now, I'm just like, way to follow the trend, dude. Why don't you ice your balls? Just your balls, too. Look real weird. Then he says he uses a bidet and squatty potty before sitting in an infrared sauna suit, which I will be an advocate till my dying breath. A bidet should be in every house in America. If I was president, that'd be rule number one.
Practice what you preach, dude. Where's our bidet?
We have a bidet. We just haven't hooked it up, Nick. Don't push me on this again, okay? We're gonna get it in when we get it in.
My asshole is dirty.
Oh, I know. I go in your bathroom after you. Let me tell you, I can tell that asshole's dirty. Good God. Don't want the water bill going up so high because I feel like you let that bidet ride, dude. There are also grinders. And I'm not talking about the homosexual dating app where you can elicit sex in public places with random men. If I was gay, I'd be on it. I just flashed my user. These grinders are people who enhance their bodies with do-it-yourself cybernetic devices or by introducing biochemicals. Like one guy here is getting night vision eyes. The grinder injected chlorophyll-like substance called Chlorn E6 into his eyeballs. Following the procedure, the grinder's eyesight improved at night, but the very next day, his eyesight returned to normal. That picture is crazy. Also, does that not look like Jesse Plemons?
Oh, yeah, it does.
That looks just like Jesse Plemons.
I was more focused on the...
Yeah, the guy getting the syringe, I was actually like, I don't want to look at that. Makes you think of like some Clockwork Orange shit. Which then next up, you could also human glue retention. Am I right, boys? AKA NoFap, which also NoFapping is a form of biohacking, boys. Okay, I know we've already went over looks maxing, and we have a bunch of edging, gooning, munting, and all kinds of stuff, but still. There are some very clear benefits when it comes to human glue retention, like clear skin, increased testosterone, weight loss. I bet my ass is beating my dick every day, dude. Increased muscle mass, physical rejuvenation, and a deeper voice. The joke. Okay. But because one might develop erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, or retrograde ejaculation, which is when human glue travels back into the bladder. Ooh, I don't know if I like that, dude. That's like the forbidden Cinnabon factory right there or something. I don't like that. Biohacking, people usually end up with some kind of gimmicky thing or trying to, like we've done with the human vampire, make themselves not necessarily immortal, but live way longer than what humans should. But you do have to give them props for trying, right? I'd say that with everybody here. Unless you're a scammer type. Anybody just being like, I'm just going to try holistic, dude. The doctors.
A lot of them are actually kind of like wholesome. Like there's one called Earthing where it's just you go out into the dirt barefoot and just stand there.
Yeah, I think not all of this is bad. I mean, like if you're earthing, you're just walking around without shoes on and stuff, being more connected to the earth. How the fuck is that ever a negative? That's like some 1960s old man shit. Put on some goddamn shoes, you fucking hippie. Biohacking also includes red light therapy, ice bath plunges, and meditation. Meditation's just in all of these, dude. I will say I want one of these masks. Imagine like walking up to your spouse in the middle of the night. Looking out, they probably think that they're getting fucking abducted. And there's also Neuralink. Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla and new owner of Twitter, is a big supporter of biohacking and created a microchip for your brain called the Neuralink. The idea behind it is that you would be able to use your brain to perform actions and connect wirelessly to technology so you can just think about things and they would happen. Kind of like cyberpunk technology, but definitely not gonna work. No way it's gonna work. Very, very doubtful. It would also be used medically to restore vision to blind people or help paralyzed people walk again. Not gonna work. Snake oil salesman. I would rather just go to the yoga thing. Did you see the testimonials, Nick? Play the testimonial again.
I'm okay now. There's no dizziness.
Pretty hard to argue with that. They ran tests using monkeys, but all the monkeys ended up dying. Elon Musk claimed that none of the deaths were due to the Neuralink and they used monkeys that had terminal illness, stage 1 monkeys. But reports came out and former employees revealed this was a lie. Many of the monkeys that had died were healthy prior to the surgery. One monkey, in fact, had a piece of Neuralink break off in its brain and they needed to euthanize it, while another just started shoving its head into the floor for no reason, and her health deteriorated so rapidly that they had to euthanize her as well. Despite the failed test, they implanted the chip into a 29-year-old quadriplegic man named Nolan Arbaugh. He said he could not feel the chip and that the first night he had it installed, he spent all night playing Civilization 6. There are also videos showing how he can move a mouse and click just with his thoughts, which is actually pretty interesting and sweet that a guy can just play 6 if this is actually real. Move around, do it, whatever, and play the game with just using his mind is pretty sweet, but I feel like we haven't had it in a human's brain long enough to really know what the side effects are going to be.
Have you seen the procedure, what it's done? Elon Musk doesn't want to have a human do it. It's a robot that drills a quarter size of your skull out of your brain, picks it up, injects the Neuralink, and then they super glue your skull back. So you just
super glue it.
You have these quarter size holes. And you're saying like you could get 6 of them.
God. Quarter size hole, and then also they're sponsored by Gorilla Glue whenever they're done. The robot like wakes you up, you're like, and they're just like, we just want you to know that we're using Gorilla Glue to put your skull back together. Okay, back to sleep. And they like hit you with a Looney Tunes hammer. Conk! Which, you know, this is the conclusion of the video, is do your own research. Do things that you're comfortable with. Be sure to just look into things. Don't just take one person's advice. Ask some professionals too. Doesn't mean everybody knows the right answers and shit, but if you're gonna do some alternative medicines, do something that's good for you and not gonna just put you in a bunch of danger, all right? Okay. Please listen to me. All I gotta say is thank you so much for watching the video today. If you're an alternative health guru, please hit me up and get me in one of your programs immediately. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.